But I looked at highlights. I'm looking at these highlights and I'm like, way to make it confusing, Chargers, right? For me, like, way to make which box are we putting you in? So let's get into this. Caught up on the game. Hamilton caught me up on the game. It was very nice to see them looking like what we saw to start the season, where I was in Sao Paulo, feeling the vibes and what was going on. When they put it all together like this Chargers team, we know they have the talent with the O-line able to somehow protect Justin. We sort of put you guys on this yesterday. Like, Alt is going to be the change here. Alt is going to be the big deal. They are a legit Super Bowl contender. They don't even look like one. They are one when all that's happening. We just need to see these sort of complete games a little more often. Not every week you're going to have bad games, all of that. A little more often than we're seeing it. And this MVP situation, we're looking at this all wrong, okay? We would like to, as a show, submit the name of young Joe Alt, okay? I put Hamilton, Notre Dame.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
he's a Notre Dame guy.
Sorry, appreciate it. You guys got to keep your mic up, Hammy. I'm going to keep coming to you like we're in class and you're in the front row. I'm only half kidding, though, with this MVP case I want to make. I'm submitting Joe Alt of Notre Dame fame and Chargers protection fame of one Justin Herbert. This is the guy. Before you start laughing as you're looking at this, they're undefeated in games, as you see, with Alt. They're 1-3 without him. Look at the 20-point dip Justin Herbert has in the passer rating when you take his star tackle out of the lineup. It is staggering. His return completely solved LA's offensive issues last night. Even though they're still missing their top two running backs, Becton had to bounce. He had to leave the game early. We have real tangible proof of what Joe Alt's value to this team is. And by the way, we checked, and there have actually been, I'm reading. You know I didn't do this research. Hamilton tells me that the sick pup himself went back and looked at the microfiche at the public library to find these information out. Back in 1972, okay? There's been two O-linemen in history that have gotten MVP votes. 1972 Dolphins Hall of Famer Larry Little, he finished 8th in MVP voting. And then Rams guard Dwayne Putnam, 5th, the first year the AP hands out the award, and that is back in 1957. And that is it. Enough of this being a quarterback award, though. I'd like to start the campaign for Joe. Now, when you were doing this research, Ham, did you think it'd be 2, 0, or more than 2?
I thought maybe there'd be one, like, back 50-something year. I didn't expect there to be 2. I wouldn't have been surprised if there was 0, but I figured back in the day, like Smash Mouth football, there would have been some hard-nosed, tough old AP voter that would have thrown one to an offensive lineman.
Yeah. Interesting. Now tell me about this this tight end that you're obsessed with.
Oronde Gadsden, son of Dolphins receiver, back in the 90s, early 2000s, Oronde Gadsden.
This is all you're talking to me about last night. Yeah, I'm trying to I'm watching Aaron Gordon take the league by storm. And this one's texting me about Oronde Gadsden as he's like the next big star tight end in the league. And it's not just yesterday, and we're going to get into it, Ham, but you want to put him on, we're going to do it. We should have asked Gronk about it. We will, I promise you guys, ask Gronk about him this week. Maybe he can do some kind of a breakdown for us. But this was like a record-setting performance last week, right? 5 catches, 77 yards, and a score. He did that in the first half alone. He didn't even get the ball in the second half, but he was so dominant, and that's rare company as far as rookies are concerned. Take a look at this. The 5th rounder, this is a kid out of Syracuse. He has now the 3rd most receiving yards by a rookie tight end ever through his first 6 games, behind Kyle Pitts, behind Jordan Reed. And if you consider that you're looking at this, like, he's only started playing the majority of snaps week 6. He's just gotten on the field, and he's done this in the last 3 weeks alone. That is bonkers, okay? With Oronde, we got Keenan back in the mix, our wily veteran there, right? The guy who has chemistry with our quarterback. 2nd rounder, Trey Harris, who, by the way, congrats to him on his, and he's a friend of the show, first career touchdown last night. Like seeing those highlights this morning. You've got QJ living up to what we thought he'd be. You have Ladd McConkey. This is the best complement of weapons that Justin Herbert's ever had. So contenders, yeah, they are, especially when they're looking like this and when Joe Alt is out there and protecting this team as they are undefeated. For the Vikings, gosh, what could a takeaway here be? This is a team I said had to go to the Super Bowl. No excuse to not go to the Super Bowl. But man, it would take magic from J.J. McCarthy and the medical professionals stewarding him back to health to salvage anything. Rap sheet, Ian Rappaport, said that he should be back in 10 days against the Lions. And hopefully he gets starting tackles back because they need them. They both got hurt last night. Like, what are we trotting out there for his, first couple of licks of NFL action? I hate it. We've seen enough to know that it's not going to work if Darrisaw and O'Neal are out long term. And I don't even want him out there if that's the case. So not a great vibe. It's going to take an epic run here. The Vikings schedule, brutal. Depth in the NFC, like up and downness. Yeah, it's brutal. It's a roller coaster. I will say this is the beginning of the toughest stretch of the season. My expectations are absolutely low. They're under the earth's crust at that point. Detroit, Ravens, as you're seeing. Lamar's back. Chicago, Green Bay, in Green Bay. Seattle, that's at Seattle. Woof. That is a woof. And the way this conference is going, Ham, I think I'm out.
You're fully out? You don't believe in some of that JJ McCarthy magic to get him through the stretch?
I don't want them to put him out there if those guys are out. I don't know what to think about them.
Yeah. They knew that's how he got hurt in the first place, is both those guys are out, and the Falcons just teed off on him.
Don't love it. Don't love it for them. Though, Packers need to do some work. Packers need a corner.